Now, on the 10th day of Russian invasion in Ukraine, Russia has announced a temporary ceasefire in Ukraine in order to ease the humanitarian crisis. This is according to reports by the Russian state media agency Sputnik. Russia's defense ministry announced the ceasefire to allow civilians blockaded during the fighting in two major cities of Mariupol and Volnovakha to evacuate. Earlier, Mariupol's mayor, Vadim Boychenko, had stated that the city was under blockade by Russian forces after 10 days of ruthless attacks.
Сегодня, 5 марта, с 10 часов утра московского времени, российской стороной объявлен режим тишины и открыты гуманитарные коридоры для выхода мирных жителей из городов Мариуполя и Волновахи. Гуманитарные коридоры и маршруты выхода согласованы с украинской стороной.
The key port city of Mariupol has been under intense attacks for days now. People in the city have no access to water or electricity. Reports say Russia will be allowing citizens to leave Mariupol and Volnovakha from 7 a.m. GMT. Russia has also stated that the routes for the evacuation of civilians during the ceasefire has already been agreed with Ukraine. Second round of talks between Russia and Ukraine remained inconclusive on other fronts. Ukrainian presidential advisor confirmed that even though the talks did not result in a ceasefire, focus was on ensuring evacuation and providing medical aid.
Только что завершился второй раунд переговоров между российской и украинской стороной. К сожалению, к огромному сожалению, мы не получили тех результатов, на которые рассчитывали. И единственное, что я могу сказать, обсудили достаточно подробно гуманитарный аспект, потому что достаточно много городов сейчас находятся в окружении. Там драматическая ситуация с...
Moscow and Kyiv have now agreed to temporarily halt fighting in selected areas. This includes Mariupol and Volnovakha. 200,000 people are stuck in Mariupol, while 20,000 people are stuck in Volnovakha. The two sides have agreed to form a humanitarian corridor to ensure safe passage of those who are stuck in these cities. Officials say that civilians will start being evacuated from Mariupol on Saturday. City Hall announced that it will be possible to leave the city by private transport. The second round of talks were held at Belarus-Polish border. The two delegations also reached an accord to supply aid in the region. They agreed to ensure delivery of medicines and food where fighting is the most fiercest. Russian delegation was led by President Putin's aide. He continues to push the Russian proposal of demilitarization and denazification of its pro-Western neighbor. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that talks were the only way forward to ensure end of the war. Ukraine demanded an immediate withdrawal of all Russian forces. Well, our correspondent Anas Malik is on ground zero getting us all the latest updates. Listen in to this report from Lviv in Ukraine.
Well, Russia has declared a ceasefire for 6 hours starting 6 a.m. GMT. That's 8 a.m. Ukraine time. And this has been done in order to give a safe passage to the citizens of Mariupol. That has been claimed by the Russian Defense Ministry and the Russian media. The Ukrainian side is yet to put out a statement. Mariupol is a strategically important city for Ukraine as well. Its proximity is there with Russia. It's there in the east. It's closer, and what you have to understand is that it's been hit by the conflict quite intensely and immensely. Lots of civilian casualties have been reported over there. Yesterday we saw the last of the television convoys leaving Mariupol. So this has been given as a window by Russia for the citizens, because we understand that they were facing a lot of resistance from the citizens within Mariupol as well. Now, it is pertinent to mention that amidst the reports of President Zelensky he leaving the country. He's come up with an Instagram video saying that he's there in Kiev, and he is the operations and functions are going as per routine, and that rumors should not be given a heed to. The migration status, the refugee influx that continues, more than 1.2 million people from Ukraine have fled in the past 10 days. They've migrated and sought refuge in other countries in Europe that borders with Ukraine. Anas Malik in Lviv, Ukraine, for WION World is One.